Stephen and Kevin, this question is mainly for you. Warren, if you feel strongly about it, though, you can give an answer as well.
Yeah, please
I'm going to say this and not giggle during this question, but who do you think pooed in the pee bucket?
Oh, yeah. Come on, Stephen.
I mean, it's clearly me.
I think it's gotta be
I'm like the one that can't walk very far to go to the actual poo spot.
It's gotta be you.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that scene, and everybody's like, "Come on, what?" And I'm just like,
It's honestly, it's got to be you or it's got to be Misty. Misty would do it just to piss everyone off.
just to piss everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to cause a little something.
Might have been both of us.
These are the questions.
Do you have a pick? You could throw a name in there if you want.
Who would shit in the pee? I know it's Shauna.
Who would do that?
Shauna was shitting.
She got it in her.
Oh, no.
She's impulsive.
Very impulsive. A very challenging character to track. One thing I've been curious about since season 1, because we don't get to experience this moment with him, what do you think it was like the very first time he found her journals and actually read them? What was his initial reaction?
Oh, I bet it was one of the more nerve-wracking experiences for him once he realized what he was reading, and he could have been halfway into it before that. With him, he has moments of clarity where he'll catch up to the moment. I'd like to think that eventually he started casting himself as a character in the journal, as if he were there, and how he may have staved off this tragedy or this emergency or saved them. If only he'd been there to just typical egotistical kind of lionization of himself.
We didn't do good, huh? We didn't do too good.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought you could do better.
Idiots.
No,
God.
You really messed it up.
I love how you called that egotistical, and as you were explaining it, my mind was like, oh, that's so sweet. He just wanted to save them.
Well, I think there is that. One drives your ego can drive you to actually help the group. And then I think that's a great setup for him in terms of how he actually handles survival in season 2. The reality of who he is.
Yeah, there's a lot of complex stuff going on for that family right now. In non-spoiler territory still, Stephen, for you, a lot of the characters in the 1996 portion of the show flat out voice their opinion on how they feel about what Lottie's doing. He doesn't really, though. So where do you think he stands on it? I know he doesn't follow Lottie, but how angry is what she's doing making him?
I think there's two elements to it. There's one that, if he was in a normal state, I think that he would be doing a lot of eye rolling along with the people that are not necessarily part of her group. I think he's much more of a practical guy. And, he has some of his own wilderness experience from, hunting when he was younger and all that kind of stuff. So I think he's much more like, let's map this thing out. Let's figure out, a practical way of getting out of there. The flip side of that is that, of course, he is slowly but surely being ostracized from the rest of the group. So I think there's also an element to it of what's the point? If I did say anything, nobody's listening to me anyway. So why even waste my breath? Gotta conserve some energy at this point. It's just a useless, futile exercise to voice an opinion at some point.
I am nervous for him. I'll tell you, I am nervous. I'm nervous for all the characters, but he's high up on my concern list right now.
He's number 1 on my list for sure.
I would believe it.
Yeah.
I'll squeeze in one more non-spoiler question for fun. This is going to put you guys on the spot creatively, but I need you right now to answer this question so I can sleep at night. What did the bun say to the hot dog? Do you two even know what I'm referring to?
Nope. Is
that
I want to hear.
Read it.
Okay, Warren, don't answer. Sorry. I want to hear their answers
I was
first.
like, wait, that does sound familiar, but I literally have zero idea of what that is. The bun say to the hot dog? Fill me in. Oh, God, no. This seems like this.
You asked. You got to know this is going to
jump in. I don't know.
We're going to need to edit this part out.
Fill me up,
God, I have no idea. Please explain what
Warren,
this is.
Did you come up with a good end to that joke?
I really enjoyed just being so flummoxed by my own riddle that I couldn't come up with one. That was fun.
Is this a joke that you say in the script and we just never get an answer to the joke?
What the hot dog say to the bun, it's probably easier, but he goes with what's the bun say to the hot dog to try to lighten the moment. And they say, what? And he just stands,
and he's got nothing.
Admittedly, I cheated and Googled it and wrote down the first answer that came up, and it is kind of sweet. Let's relish our time together.
Oh, there we go.
It does work.
Yeah,
it does work. It is a dad joke. It's perfect for him.